gonna stop. So y'all not gonna stop, yo. So you done hack, clone, and tap my phone. You have taken two two TikTok accounts from me. You follow me through social media. You have had drones following me. You have helicopters following me. You put me in a mental facility for 2 days and a half. I had to see 3 doctors and a judge. You put me in there illegally. You had about 4 or 5 officers come to the house with a doctor or 2. I can't remember for real, but I think it was like 2 doctors. Y'all stood on the porch. These people walked in my house that I've been living in for 15 years, asking me, do I feel suicidal or homicidal? Out the blue, ain't asked me no real fucking questions. Whatever the fuck you told them. I'm eating right. I'm living a very healthy, wealthy life. You were gone from the house for about 4 days. You tried to put me out. I said you can't just put me out because you found some white man that you want to be with and they offered you $50,000. I told you what I would have did. I wouldn't have taken the money. Not only because I have you as a wife at the time, but because this kind of money comes with the price. And like I said, you seen what JX went through. And his situation was a little more understanding, even though they hadn't got a couple mil. They really ran into millions of dollars. We had that conversation. We seen the money that he was getting. And the price that had to be paid. But I understood him because he just did 20 damn years. I told you there was no price or amount of money that can take me or you away from each other, or however we want to see that. I said I just wouldn't do it. It could be Janet Jackson. If I'm a cheat, I'm a cheat. But I won't do it for a particular type of price. Unless it was a certain kind of decision that I was making. We had so many conversations within these 15 years. So, when they put me in a mental hospital, you and whoever else signed off on this, a man that is mentally, physically, spiritually stable in every form of my life. I just didn't have a job because I had about 20 jobs in under a year, maybe more. People just walking up to me, telling me that why are you still here? Why you here this morning? I don't even know how that I done lost my job. All kinds of stupid ass situations. Just call my phone. I ain't got no job no more. And at the same day, I had to call Tim Services to let them know I'm available. They know I work hard, so they hired me. But then I done worked at so many temporary agencies that now when I would call a job, they would look at me like I done lost my mind because of whatever the fuck's in the computer. Begging for work. You have taken my car away from me because you had insurance and I didn't at the time because I just came from the penitentiary, so I put the car in your name. Never got it out because I never figured that we would be in this kind of situation ever. I never thought that you would be trying to kill me by watching How to Get Away with Murder and watching Snap every day, all day, staring at me crying. And I ask you, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's going on? What you crying for? We're watching a movie and you just staring at me crying. And I get it, and I look and you say, I just love you so much. I just love you so much. You know I love you. I don't want nothing to happen to you. And I'm looking at you like, what the fuck are you crying for? This white man offer you $50,000. You say that he knew you for about a year. he came in your store about a year ago or some shit like that at the time of me asking you back in around September, October, something like that. You trying to push me out the house, and I'm like, do what you gotta do. I don't even want to have sex with you anymore because you burned me. I didn't know I was burning. By the second or third day, God had already told me, this is deep. Because I would refuse to get on my knees and pray to a God that I no longer believed in until I could start to hear God clearly. That changed everything about my life. I can hear my grandmother and them clearly. All the ancestors. I can hear everybody on the block. Everybody in the world at this point. Like I put on the helmet of Professor X or something. No bullshit. It just like that. Put the helmet on and I can hear everybody. I can feel everybody's pain in the earth. I just didn't believe God. Didn't believe in God. But God telling me to watch you, watch me, play it off, keep it roll, stay in character. I say, ain't this much drinking coffee in the world. But now I'm burning, so when you leave and shit, I Google it. I said, damn, this motherfucker didn't burn me. But by that time, you done slipped something in my drink to keep me from knowing. It just went away. But I felt it. Plus, I Googled. Because I didn't want to call and ask nobody because God said you can't trust nobody. Stay to yourself. And I did that. People pulling up in front of the house in Range Rovers. All kind of fucking cars. Benzes, black tint. All of the cars just dark tint and all of this dark tint. I'm like, what the fuck? Sit in front of the house for 2-3 minutes at a time, then pull off. Cause you know I will work out right there in the kitchen. Cause it's a nice space right there. By the dining room table. And I will work out right there. So every time I will get up, I will be looking like I do sets, and I'm just standing there, I'm looking like, what? Is they looking right at me? I'll tell you and you'll say, I think you going crazy. I don't want to be with somebody that got mental conditions. I think you need to get something, to get some help. You had it in your mind all of these years to put me in a mental facility by trying to convince me that something is wrong with me. And what I noticed is that you was a part of this. It's just like when I was acting and I would pick up the gun. When I picked up the gun and we were about to shoot this scene that I'm asking them about, and they got real live rounds inside the goddamn gun. And I say, man, you know it's real bullets in here? Oh, man, you know we was gonna fix that, man. You know we'll make them kind of mistakes. Type shit. They playing with guns outside. It's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. They playing with them little dollar store guns right there. I can hear them going off. The little gel bullets for confirmation. Yeah. But you strung me along. You see my car was down. And before my car was down, your car could be sitting in the back of my car, and the Taurus was in the back. So my car is in the middle. It's 3 cars. So my car is in the middle. So I'll ask you, let me use your car right quick. I'm gonna run to the gas station up the street. This is 5 minutes. Usually you'll be like, alright, go ahead. Or I'll be like, I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait. I'ma just go with you. I'ma just go with you. And you got so frustrated after me asking you so many times. Now, this has never been a problem. I've been with you 15 years. This is the reason why I know that the life insurance policy was taken out on me, and the $50,000 that you wanted, you hadn't taken that money. And one of the stipulations was to put me out the fucking house. Now, I have been with you 15 years, and you would take 50,000 over my life. Nobody could have given me $10 million. I'd have never took the 10 million over your life. Nobody. That's why I wrote the song called The Price. 'Cause people are sacrifice their motherfucking mothers for some money. Well, we not cut like that. But you will literally stop me from going to the store alone because now you you gotta pay a car note, so you're not even thinking. You don't want them to shoot the car up, fuck the car up while I'm in the car and fuck your car up because you need to continuously look like you have nothing to do with this situation while I'm living with my sister right now, my second sister, because the last sister that I was living with, her husband was poisoning my food. All I ate is fish, peanut butter and jelly and shit like that. Right, my kale, just regular, but I don't fuck with the meat or nothing. Then I was smoking weed. At the time, my heart, I can feel it, so I'm like, damn. Then I'm watching Tarot. They were like, they putting rat poison in your motherfucking weed. They poisoning your weed. I'm like, and then I would smoke the weed, and the weed wouldn't taste like weed anymore. This is another reason I quit smoking, is because I said, how many people are involved? God said, listen, like I told you years ago when you read this. Now, I didn't even have been reading no Bibles in years. But if you drink anything poisonous or harmful, it shall by no means hurt you. I'm looking like, now this is not no bullshit. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, God, as you said, drink it. I'm drinking it. Right? You done put shit in my, your husband was putting shit in my motherfucking food and whatever else. I'm like, fish. Regular whiting. I don't eat no other kind of fish. Salmon or nothing. I will. I have. But I wouldn't eat nothing else. I said, I gotta shake these motherfuckers because I start to watch the synchronicities in the house. How everybody's looking at me, how everybody's treating me. They're trying to bring my frequency so low so they can continue to poison me and extract my energy while I'm taking care of these kids and shit every day. And like I told y'all, the TV is monitoring us. And I was talking to people through the television. Just like I'm talking on the screen right now, there were people popping up on the screen. I'm looking like I thought that was a regular commercial. Y'all motherfuckers been watching me. I'm in this bitch naked. If I masturbated or something, y'all was able to see me doing this through the television. So I'm telling them this is not a game. I said the CIA watching me, the feds watching me, right? The police watching me. I said, so you know they watching y'all. I just got through talking to these motherfuckers on the goddamn television. Nobody wanna believe it. They still kept doing what the fuck they wanna do for whatever, how many ever dollars that it is. And I'm only pissed off right now is because now, right, you have fucked over my TikTok right now. It took a day, a whole 24 hours and some change for 4 videos to load up. So I kept taking screenshots, putting them up so I can show the people. That's why I have over 1,000 videos up speaking about this shit. A lot of them are educational videos because I use these for moments to teach. But when it comes to me exposing, where the fuck you come from? Hold on, y'all. I got a monitoring spirit. This is how this shit go. Right. So, like I was saying, alright, we got over 1,000 videos. Some of them are educational videos. Most of them, a lot, not most of them, a lot of them. But I used to, when you even show my face, I will make my content, but y'all start going into my KindMaster app, removing the video footage, removing the pictures out of my videos, and I'm teaching the public. Now when I put my videos up, now you're literally, somehow you're able to put your demonic ass music over the top of my voice, knowing I don't teach and I don't deal with evil. I'm 42 years old. I'm literally mama my eye walking the earth at this point. Mama like better. I don't care what people believe. I'm just telling you some real shit. Because people don't know about it. See, knowing is half the battle. But what the fuck is the other half then? And that's when I started learning about magic and spirituality more so than anything. This is a lifestyle. But you already knew about magic and shit because you were able to blow across the room like this. Listen, y'all. I'll be watching TV. I'm not tired, sleepy, or nothing. And then I'm like this. I'm gone. After so many times, I said, listen, man, I ain't that goddamn tired, right? God says, wake up, don't lift your head up, just like that. And I lift my eyes up like that, and I look. And when I look like that, across the room, she's over there like this. This woman had the gift to be able to blow across the room and put me the fuck to sleep. I got that up in videos. I got so much information up. The drones that was following me, the helicopters that was following me, because of this microchip that I got in my motherfucking arm, which is nanite technology that they put in me through the goddamn mental facility. I'm in a mental facility. I had to see 3 motherfucking doctors. This is my ex, my handler. 15 years who did this to me. Because she found out that I had some money coming through some will or somewhere. Which it ain't too far-fetched because my mother called me over months before that to tell me about a will that I did not even know existed. It's 9 of us. I'm living with my oldest sister right now. And she said, I'm taking you out the will. I said, like, what the fuck? I don't even know nothing about I didn't even know we had no money, let alone, I didn't even know where the fuck this money come from. But you gonna take me out of a will that I didn't even know existed? That was more to break down my frequency, to break down how I feel because they know love divine walking the earth. Another way when I found out who I was. J. Edgar Hoover memo. Neutralize the rise of any Messiah. But God hid me in the womb. No matter how many stars they can follow, they will have to match the stars with the actual women of the earth to find out in the womb who is that child. But this is deep knowledge that these motherfuckers knew that I didn't know nothing about. I was born in 82. J. Edgar Hoover came years before that. But we gotta catch these motherfuckers and break their ass down. We done brought the Messiah over here to America. So I done been shitting blood. I was shitting blood for a year. You were poisoning me. Shit like that. Right? Not only that, when I would go to my vehicle, I got pigeon heads. I would go to the gas station before my car was broke down all the way. Go to the gas station to get some gas. Pigeon head fall out the goddamn gas tank. Soon as I open the door of the gas tank, pigeon head fall out. Or I would try to turn on my motherfucking windshield wipers and it's a whole goddamn piece of a bird, the head gone, in the windshield wipers. I'm like, what the fuck? Or I would have to pick up dead birds from around the wheels of my car. Shit like that. But you left the house for 4 or maybe 5 days before you returned with 5 police. Because I told you I'm not going nowhere until I'm able to really I don't have a house in my pocket. I've been living here we've been building on this for 15 years. And because you was offered $50,000, you just gonna make me homeless. When I get out of the mental facility, I don't have a motherfucking friend in sight, not a soul. I said, nigga, I sleep in the corner of your basement. Niggas like, nah, you can't stay with me. I'm looking like, how is niggas so angry? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm pacing around a mental facility like, what the fuck? I asked the nurse, the first nurse, I say, what is that? She got this big ass syringe like this. It's like that. I say, what the fuck is that? Now, this shit is liquefied. At the time, it coagulated in my arm. Cause it's hard. If you could touch my arm right here, you'll be like, oh yeah, nigga, that's the chip. Cause it's hard in the bitch. It coagulated. But God had me studying nanites before that. And I found out that nanites ain't nothing but synthetic melanin. Okay? So I asked the doctor, I said, what the fuck is that in that syringe? Because the syringe is ugly than the bitch, is thick as hell. Nobody I don't like pain. You feel me? But I asked her, I said, what is that? She said, well, let's. And she stopped, and then she said, you know what? If you don't take this, we're going to send you to a maximum facility, mental facility, and you'll never go home. I'm like, bitch, give this shit to me. Basically, run this shit, bitch. You feel me? You'll stick yourself in the face. You don't give a fuck. You gotta get the fuck out of here. You don't know why you here. How the fuck they can get you in this bitch? All you do is pull-ups, push-ups, sit in your library all day studying shit like that. You don't do nothing else. You in this bitch eating kale, cilantro, parsley. You feel what I'm saying? Bananas, pomegranate. You don't even listen, man. You living a whole nother motherfucking life to somebody that they want to talk about. You feeling suicidal. Ain't shit wrong with me. But her sister is the police, so they got these kind of connects. Put me in a mental facility. When I see the second motherfucking doctor, because the last doctor was Afrocentric. At this time, I'm full-blown Pan-African at this time. So, and this is back in September, October, and November. But they put me in a mental facility in November. The sacrifice was back in September to October under those full moons. I had to learn all of this shit. I didn't know about blood moons, full moons, and doing these rituals and shit like that. I had to learn all of this shit within the last 10, 11 months. So, Pete Gang, when I go to the second doctor and she's doing all of this, she trying to catch me up. But she don't know when I went to the penitentiary, right, here in Detroit, right, in Michigan, right, you can be a POA if you're a particular type of prisoner. And I was one of those kind of prisoners that was able to go work as a POA at a level 4 facility, maximum security prison, to help those who are mentally ill. This what this bitch didn't think about. right? So now I got this psychological training and shit and dealing with with the who people would deem to be fucking crazy. A lot of them niggas weren't crazy. A lot of them niggas was running from accountability, responsibility, and running from the niggas that they was starting shit with in the penitentiary. And they know they gonna be locked down in that penitentiary for 23 hours. Every motherfucker, 24 hours. That 1 hour they come out. Beautiful facility. You got PlayStations, Xboxes, and shit like that. Workout, all that shit. You out all the time, that kind of shit. But I was a level 1 prisoner and I was able to go work at that penitentiary. Highest paid penitentiary in fucking Michigan, where you can make some money. You don't need nobody out this bitch. And it got a 99.9 going home percentage rate. So you going home if you go to this prison. You understand? She not paying attention to the stories I'm telling her. They done put me in this mental facility, so I know some of the lingo. I'm like, this bitch trying to catch me up. Plus, this is one of my gifts. It's to fucking listen. It's a gift to be able to listen. Especially now, the way the algorithms and all of this shit set up to keep you distracted. So I said, what is this shit she put in my arm? Right? And see how I said it? I had to catch myself. I say, excuse me, what is this that she put in my arm? I said the syringe was kind of thick and she just put this stuff in my arm. I said, what is this? The doctor said, this is going to keep you from going to your higher states of consciousness. I look like I gotta catch myself because I'm looking at her like, bitch, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't be, bitch, what is we, what? But I know who I am at this point. I know I'm woke, but I don't know that I'm fully. I done been through the transformations. I done woke up. Like I said, I done put the helmet of Cerebral on. I can feel everything in the earth. The motherfucking dirt is crying, nigga. I can hear the water crying. Yimmy ya. You hear me? I can hear the trees crying. You feel me? I can hear Anubis talking to me like, yeah, this shit is off balance. All kind of shit. It's too many people dying, too many children dying. They fucking up the order, especially here in America. Y'all emitting off frequencies so far beyond that you're sending ripples through other dimensions and realms that you do not even believe in or care about. Now, Anubis talking to me. I'm telling you that, but it's the way that Anubis is telling me this shit, and I'm like, my mind is gone. I'm woke. I'm very woke, but I'm going through transformations at this stage. And God is talking to me in my ear, telling me, don't react like this. Don't react to that. Don't react to this. Don't react to that. So this is the reason why God had them been developing me and giving me these different gifts. I acquired another gift last night, right? I even speak an ancient language. Started speaking this language April 13th, fluently. Fluently. People looking at me like, and then I got it up because when I was live, my brothers and shit, my sister and them, where I was living at, they coming in the room and shit, and they like, man, I told you that nigga, I ain't never heard. They don't know what the fuck was going on. I know exactly it was the 13th transformation I had went through, right? This comes from no smoking, no drinking, no sex and shit like that, right? And having your heart broken so many motherfucking times, and trauma. It's the trauma that also added to this. But this woman, right? And like I said, her sister is the police. I'm just jumping around because I'm very irritated and I'm hot as shit. I had to turn the fan off so y'all can hear me clearly and shit. So, her sister the police too. And now every time I make certain videos, they'll, like this one, they'll mute the motherfucking, you won't hear nothing. You hear me? Look, I'm worried about that now, and I gotta look at it and shit, right? But they'll mute the motherfucker. So what I was doing was I go on here, I go on Tarot. I got tens of thousands of videos of tarot, right? And then I started to notice that they are directly involved with this as well, because I had to go through the MK Ultra tarot readers because they were trying to share my consciousness. Because you got a bunch of tarot readers that work for the feds, that work for the CIA, that work for the fucking government. Okay? And they'll be making suggestions. That's what the devils do. Devil make suggestions. Right? The devil don't get you to do shit. That you got the power. The devil will make a suggestion to you. Remember, Lucifer is a new installment into the Bible. Lucifer is who Christ's mother is. She's the bearer of light. So you always remember that the devil only comes to you, him and her. They are two whom are the one, just like Mama and Papa is. Our Heavenly Mother and our Heavenly Father that said, let us make man in our image. Men and women are made in the image of God, but you have to attain the likeness of God, which is the nurturing, the comfort, the loving, the love divine who Christ was. Because remember, Christ is feminine before the word goes forth. When the word goes forth, then it's masculine. That's why prayer is masculine and meditation is feminine. That's the law of correspondence. It's going within so you can stop going without. To go within is feminine. To go without is masculine. But this woman was knowing that she wouldn't pick up these fucking books. She wouldn't read none of this shit. She wouldn't do the motherfucking work. So now you want a destiny swap. I just learned this shit. So now you want a destiny swap, right? And you want to do all of the love bombing because love is the highest frequency in the earth. Fuck all them niggas and anybody that's talking about it's true. It's not true. Without love, there would be no motherfucking truth. Because true love, love divine, even in the Aquarian gospel, right? The 6th degree is love divine. It's dealing with your heart. It's the balance beam of the earth. Why is it 6? It's because it's the 42 negative confessions of my eye. 4 plus 2 is 6. The 4, right, is dealing with your heart. It's the from the ground as above, so below. See that? See how they froze that up? It's because now when I go into that era, they know what this frequency is. Like I said, nigga, God walking the earth. This is different. It's a lot of niggas talking about they God, but they not God. I can tell God right now, God, you cold with your shit. God gonna be like, you know what, I am cold with my shit. Everybody wanna put God in this box and say what God can't do. When I tell you I'm Christ, the first thing people wanna say is, man, that nigga using profane language. You saying, nigga? Yeah, the word nigga means God, King, and Supreme. You have to have the knowledge, and then you gotta obtain the wisdom to realize that you are the understanding. We're the understanding. Understand that why God is the most high God that reigns supreme over everyone. Knowledge itself. These are the 3 commandments in the earth that's been taken out the earth. Esotericism. Very deep shit. Know thyself as God, and know thy enemy. That's the big three commandments. While you're roaming and going to and fro within the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, known as the earth itself, you are the tree of life. That's why in the book of Revelations you're going to see that it talks about the 12 cranial centers in the brain, which is the 12 months. But you're the 13th, you're the centerpiece. But the 13 is dealing with the feminine. It's the 7 is the centerpiece of 13. So you get the 7 emanations of Elohim or Alim herself, because women have 7 projections: 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 breasts, and 1 head. So Elohim is, though they say is pluralistic, but the truth is feminine. She gives birth to the beam of light, which is the new beginning, which is a new day, a new dawn. Then you still see the 2 beams, and the 2 are the 1, because when the atom splits, you don't see no other fucking atom. It doesn't see another atom, it sees itself. And me trying to make you my wife at the time, 15 years. You would sacrifice this, love divine, walking the earth. Yes, you would, because now you know who I am. You know what I was. And I didn't fucking know 10, 11 months ago. So now I got all of these police. Every time I say something, they all over this motherfucker. Can't do shit. Can't really go nowhere. I don't give a fuck who feel what. I ain't afraid of shit. It's just the fact that you bitches I ain't nobody's fool, and I'm not your motherfucking entertainment. That's for one. That's why I don't do this shit for your likes. I don't do this shit for your money or nothing. I'm rich. The earth is mine. What are we talking about? I'm the Most High God walking the earth. I'm Alakatuluakana, known as the Gold Black Bulls, the 2 bulls, gold and black bulls, the black sun walking the earth all over again. Huh? So why would I give a fuck about any money or anything like that? Yes, I need some while I'm in this form, this vessel. But the truth of the matter is, the true wealth is that which I am speaking to you. And my words go forth and they shall not return to me void. That's a motherfucking fact. Cause mama, huh? Perhem Haru, huh? She is the one of the gatekeepers. She can't be measured. Her nature has not been known since her beginning. Huh? Mistress of darkness, louder shouting. This is the difference between me and you. You're going to pay for everything that you are doing. Multi-dimensional beings with me. Every day, all day. Interstellar. Huh? People don't know the different states in the mind of God. At least South America got all of these states. There's different states, realms, universes within the mind of God. That's why it's always ever expanding. Always like the mind of man. Remember, the word mind means man, it means meant. No, it don't. I had somebody say that shit. No, it don't. But you gonna say that control, man, control minds is government. You can deal with that, but you wanna black out the other shit because I'm saying it. Ichilawolo, then that's gonna be fucking supreme judgment, and then you gonna get hit with the gavel of God. I have brought a whole new era into this world. The earth is fucking gold already. And I set this bitch on fire. We only waiting for the physical parts of all of y'all to catch up to what the spirit has already done. I call it living inside a deja vu moment. Because in a deja vu moment, it's the best way your ass can get a fucking understanding. Because then you'll see the objective reality within the subjective realm, and then you wake up in the objective reality, and then upon you arriving in the state of deja vu, then you say deja vu. Because then you see all of the material that was in the fucking objective, in the subjective realm, be objective. Then you're going to see it's not abstract at all. It's beyond that shit. So why do we say God? Why do you think supreme and then you got God? These are different things. The supreme is Mama. And God means spirit of light. It comes from the root word Kut, K-H-T or K-H-U-T, because we had no Asiatic linguistic vowels in the motherfucking words. Like nigger, N-G-R, the 1700s, Noah Webster added the extra consonant to it, and then they added the Asiatic linguistic vowels to the fucking word, which is A, E, I, O, and U. The fifth epidermis of the skin, because the Messiah, this black goo, this interstellar melanin, this nano diamond melanin, right? Because white people made the wrong decision 110,000 years ago. See that 11? 110,000 years ago, you got stuck in the glacial period, and that water, mama, that water was mama. She pushed your oil out, which is the knowledge itself. So now you lack the knowledge. And then you are able to give birth to what? Albino. A-L, God, bino or bino means sight. The ill sight of Heru. That's what happens when you get stuck. Or they call it UPAC. IUPAC. You can look it up. And then you'll see the sulfur atoms that replace the carbon atoms simultaneously from living in a certain geographical location in the earth. Right now, I live in Detroit. We're going through that shit right now. I'm brown, but if I go out, and I ain't been outside in years, but if I really want to go out there for real, I'm going to get darker because I'm going to absorb the 7-dehydrocholesterol known as vitamin D3. Shit I was trying to teach you, but you did not want to learn none of this shit. You didn't want to go through it. And God knew I could not finish and complete my mission. Huh? I'm not here for your motherfucking money. Yeah, I need some. I'm gonna get some too. But I'm here for the motherfucking people. How many people down here and within the earth that do not know that magic spell work is real while you're using it on us every day, all motherfucking day? Poisoning the foods. You got the foods, you got the drugs masquerading as foods, lowering everybody's motherfucking frequency. Then you hit them with the photosynthesis. You project the image, agitated propaganda known as agitprop. Anthony Browder, a book called Avatar. This is where y'all fucked up at. Feds going down, CIA agents, judges, all y'all getting fucked up. Just like DHS, they didn't even want to help me with the food stamps, being on welfare after y'all broke me down so bad. So now you gonna destroy, so I gotta fuck y'all up too. And you know I'm one of them. I'm putting your name out there. I'm gonna destroy all of you motherfuckers. Listen to me. Since you wanna play this game, don't know, like the ancestors said, let us do it. We do it better than you. Like they also said, the only reason why you're so far ahead is because you're so far behind. See how they lifted me up and humbled me at the same motherfucking time, so it makes me not exempt. But it's the love divine that I am within the earth that is unconditional for all things and everything. I pray for the fucking dirt. You got me fucked up. Then you got people running around here that, we can't use profane language. Then when you look up the word, you think that it's the same. It's not the same. I'm not cursing nobody. Your car, is car, which means the heart and soul of mama. So that's why the shit that you do in the dark, you pay for. Because you don't want to suffer your karma, so you want to destiny swap and get away from your karma by making everybody else pay for the shit that you've been fucking doing. We don't do that anymore. Bitch, you gonna pay for every motherfucking thing you have done in the motherfucking earth. You had to know I was gonna come for your ass. That's a fact. Remember, I'm not here for your entertainment. I'm not here for your motherfucking beliefs. I'm gonna do and work the way Papa told me to work, the way that Mama told me to work. Remember when Christ told them niggas, yeah, nigga, I'm about my Father's business. This is not a motherfucking drill. This is not a fucking game. When you see me, you see the Father. Huh? Why is that? It's because we're made in the image. You have to obtain the likeness. You have to go through, balance out the scales of Ma'at. Balance out the scales of Anubis. Huh? As above, so below. Who's below? Is that not Anubis? Huh? Underworld, where you think they came and got me from? I walked through hell with the motherfucking sun, with Ra itself, that people were so fucking ashamed that they would not even lift their heads to look at me to free themselves. And I was giving out grace. God's riches at Christ's expense. And people did not want it. They don't want it now. Motherfuckers still trying to kill me right now. Foolish. Get your car flipped. Supernatural shit. Huh? Y'all want to keep following me? Y'all need to go ask her ass when she laid down in the bed about the hooks that was flying off of my fucking desk while we were laying on the futon. Y'all need to ask her about shit. You need to go ask my sister about when they stole my phone, about how the motherfucking fan split in half right then and there. Huh? Or you need to you need to listen when I tell you when I wake up, it be Angel sitting on the corner of the motherfucking bed. Chilling. You don't believe in shit. Then you gonna try to Google when angels was this and that and they added wings. And listen to me, energy can't be created nor destroyed. There's nothing pseudo in this universe. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no scientist can stand before me. Not one. Huh? I don't give. You can have 97 degrees. You can be African origins of Freemasonry. Zachary P. Gramillion, 90 degrees. It's not gonna matter. Huh? I'm not here to make you feel good or none of that shit. I'm here to fuck over all evil. Mikela Kalagulu. Huh? That's why the AI can't even keep up when I'm speaking in these fucking languages. They can't fucking keep up because they're no longer in the earth. Akachaloto Kotili. I say, Bitalakatakala. Interpret that. You can't. You have never seen this before. I said I don't want to do what Buddha did, Krishna, Muhammad. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do nothing they did. I said, Papa, Mama, I want to do something new on the earth. Broke the internet, speaking a different language. You motherfuckers tried to... You done took both TikToks off of that. It doesn't matter. I say, you go pay a heavy price. You don't want to pay, you want to keep making everybody else pay? Huh? Like you did Pac and Nipsey? You had... This is why niggas can't get out the motherfucking ghetto, because you ain't told niggas about the Harry Potter shit is real. You ain't told niggas, huh? About Ashland? Chronicles of Narnia? Just speaking of vibrations, it's vibrations to the shift. You don't want to tell the people what is what, but you want to teach them and still hide. Well, we not doing that. The more I fucking learn, everybody on the earth, 8.2 billion people, are my Akashic records. I can have a short conversation. I'm going to remember something from every motherfucking past life. I try not to get too fiery around this bitch, because when I get mad, the helicopters and shit get to circling around this bitch. So I like to just chill. It's nothing nobody can do. I knock a missile out the motherfucking air. You can't fuck with me. I stopped the meteorite from destroying America about those motherfucking frequencies, 'cause you are the law of correspondence. Imagine having 350 million people that think one way religiously, keep doing so much fucking evil on a Sodom and Gomorrah tip that they emitting frequencies and pulling in, attracting at the same fucking time. You emitting out shit to the universe, and then you pulling in the motherfucking meteorite. I'm in mid-prayer, meditation, God like, yo, it's a meteorite coming. I'm like, what? God like, I'm destroying this shit. I say, God, like Lot. I felt like Lot. I said, what if it's 10 people in the city? God said, man, you don't know them motherfuckers. Just like that. You don't know these people. I'm crying like a motherfucker. I'm like, God, I can't be the only one. God said, indeed you're not, but where you're living at right now, it ain't enough for y'all. What? I'm crying like I say, God, come on, you gotta give me a chance. I didn't even know this shit was real. I said, God, I didn't even know none of this. I'm in a full-blown argument about your ass and how nasty your ass is living. With all of this shit, this technology, these laptops, these phones, all of these black mirrors running around this bitch, and God like, no, nigga, listen, I'm telling you, you don't know these people. They don't give a fuck. I done put them on their deathbed. I done put them in prison already. I done showed them glimpses of this and that. And they still gonna be like this. If you wanna go out there and stop the meteorite, go stop it. I went out that bitch and told the meteorite 3 times to stop. Huh? Prophesied about Elon Musk. Elon Musk lost 200 billion. Huh? Took the golden egg of the earth's wealth, flew that shit to the sun and trapped it in its core. These are just some of the stories within the last 10, 11 months since I woke up. That's how I knew who the fuck I was. For all my tarot readers. He's powerful, but he doesn't know. No, motherfucker, you don't know my power. You have no motherfucking clue. You're looking for how much money I have. None. But that which I have is better than fine motherfucking gold and rubies. Huh? Knowledge and wisdom. Of my papa. Not no degrees, not none of that shit, 'cause I have none of those things. But the very knowledge that I have is the fear of knowing that I didn't put that shit out there. I didn't put that super organism that we will call a super atom in the motherfucking sky with the potential for, with these minute particles with the potential for vast energy. I ain't the creator of the covalent bonds and shit and putting it together like I'm some scientist. And no, I am the co-creator with the Most High God Himself, known as the One. My mama and my papa, and I'm made in their image according to their likeness. The word according means to go after. I went after it. I sought, I looked for God. I found God. I'm one in the earth that actually found God that's going to tell you about it. Because people don't want to. And I watched Mama grow out the earth April 13th after I transformed into Shango, went to the heart and soul of the earth, shocked the heart of it back, and watch Mama grow out the fucking ground like a motherfucking giant tree. Her arms start to fill out. Her hair flowed out like a goddamn top of the tree, like a fro and shit. Her breast came out and shit. But she green and brown and shit like a tree. This is just what she's looking like. And she looking around like this and shit. And when she took that first step, her boots wasn't even broken yet. She broke them bitches. And I was like, Mama, what you doing? She said, I'm looking for enemies. And I don't see none. Huh? Hey, Chalakachulu. I'm telling you. God's coming, she just taking the time. Sitting by the Nile water flow. Now I know why Pac said it. I was raised and initiated by the Most High God Himself, known as the One. Why do you think they don't have a name? They don't got a name. It's because you're the temple of God. God's name is whatever the fuck your name is. They don't want you to fucking know that. This is why we are everywhere at once. We omnipresent. We all powerful. I don't even want to cry, because if I cry, I'm going to fuck up one of these cities or something. Full of evil. You want to keep taking kids and shit. Motherfuckers keep coming up missing. But you gonna keep tracking me through this phone, but you can't track these women and these organ harvesters and these sundown towns? Huh? You wanna keep making entertainment, pulling on crowds of people, creating these content creator crisis actors? On the Carmelo Anthony tip? Huh? Who was controlling him telepathically? Was Carmelo involved or changed in itself, or was that one of y'all that know y'all gifts that has buried your gifts because you bury your gifts and your talents when you use them for evil? Huh? That's how you bury your gifts. Remember when the king returned and he was like, yo man, like I took the one talent, the two talents you gave me, nigga, I wanna bury that shit in the back. He was like, you fucking piece of shit ass. That's you. They continue to do evil. You don't wanna change nothing? Ain't you sick of shit? You gonna name this shit The Matrix after mama? Bitch. So I gotta set fire to all of the motherfucking controllers? Bitch, gladly done it too. The last 2 billionaires that came for me are dead. Huh? Shit. A gift from the ancestors. All of them. April 13th, when I start speaking this ancient language fluently, Anu, Nagi. Anu means original. Nagi means black man, black woman. But the man still means woman. And we talking about man. Huh? Huh, Tiamat? You want to be religious? When you have not been to no all-woman planets. Earth is not one of them. There has never been a time where man has not been. You cannot have me without you. You can't have you without me. Gynocratic societies. Dr. Cheek Anti-Joke. J.J. Petrofin tried to study his work, a German. So now you want to run around this bitch like, oh, you want to be religious too? And make man bow to you? Or you was the only one here? You ain't the only one in this bitch. You don't know the mathematical language of God, nature, nor man. you're following, but you won't lead to follow and follow to fucking lead. So now you want niggas to bow down and be tools and that's all we're worth? No, that's not what the fuck we worth. How do you think mama became mama? Papa. How do you think Papa became mama? Why do you think our gods in ancient Kemet, the Kemetians, or Cometians, the ancient Egyptians, androgynous figures? So you will see Heru with breast, Titanin, androgynous figures, henotheism, supreme God over many gods. There has to be the one, the two, whom is the one, themself. You see, Jet Li. In the movie The One, he running around gathering up all of the motherfucking in different galaxies and shit like that, different multi-dimensional beings as himself, taking their energy, becoming the one to the fuck point that he was basically by himself. I am you, Law. I am nobody's bitch. This ain't a motherfucking game, and ain't nothing pseudo in this bitch. If you can think it, then so it is. Remember, energy can't be created nor destroyed. If I wasn't motherfucking real, like y'all keep treating me like a storyline around this bitch, then why the fuck would J. Edgar Hoover continuously keep the same memo that King Herod had when he put the head out on the Christ child? Why the fuck would J. Edgar Hoover do the same exact thing? Somebody know something?